Stefan DaCosta, maybe not so good at the whole television thing. Really good hockey player, though. One of the greats from Hockey East to be playing in the pros right now. Does he make your top 5 all-time forwards list?
He doesn't. I don't know if he makes my top 10, but he's certainly flirting around there, though. No, he was a great player for Merrimack. But my top 5, starting at number 5, I'm going to go with UNH's Jason Krog. You look at what this guy did for the UNH program. I mean, he really put them on the national stage. In his senior year, he had 82 points. He won a Hobey Baker championship, and he got UNH to their first national championship game, where I believe the game was played out in California, in Anaheim, and they lost to the University of Maine in double overtime. So, but what he did for the program was very instrumental, and I think if you ask any UNH fan who the best player there was of all time, he would be the guy. Coming in at number 4, I went with Boston College's David Emma. If you look at what he did throughout his career, he had 239 career points. In 1991, he had 82 points as a senior in only 39 games played. On top of that, he won the Hobey Baker that year in 1991. And again, if you ask BC fans who some of their favorite players of all time were, David Emma would certainly be in that list. He had a couple good line mates in Steve Hines and Marty McInnes, but he was certainly an exciting player. Number 3, who did I go with? I went with Boston University's Chris Drury. If you go over the all-time players at BU, Chris Drury put that team on his back as a junior and senior. During his junior year, he had 38 goals. The next closest guy on the team only had 18 goals. He was part of a national championship team as a freshman, and as a senior, he brought in the Hobey Baker Award as well. Number 2, just edging Chris Drury, I went with Boston College's Brian Gionta. Now, why did I have Gionta edge Drury? It was because Drury won the national championship as a freshman. Gionta won the national championship as a senior, where he played a massive role, in that championship. But if you look at his entire career, he's the only 4-time Hockey East All-Star. Not only that, but he averaged over 30 goals throughout his career. And coming in at number 1, I don't think that there's much debate here. I went with University of Maine's Paul Kariya. I would have liked to, obviously I think all college hockey fans would have liked to have seen him play 4 years, and he only played that 1. But in that year, he pretty much accomplished anything that it takes great players to accomplish 4 years. He had a 100-point season. He won the Hobey Baker that year, and he also got the national championship in as well. There was a couple University of Maine players that just missed my list. I think the University of Maine fans might give me a hard time for not putting Jim Montgomery on there, as well as Hobey Baker winner Scott Pellerin, but those guys would probably come in around 6 and 7.
DaCosta not in your top 5, not even in your top 10, you said, but much like Paul Kariya, he kind of put Merrimack hockey on the map.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if Stefan DaCosta had played 4 years at Merrimack, he might be in the picture, but the fact that he only played 2, he got 90 points in those 2 years, but yeah, he certainly did change the face of the Merrimack program. Him along with Coach Dennehy and Joe Canada, I think when you look back over the last few years, those 3 guys are going to be the names that are mentioned as far as turning the ship around.